The house was thick with a tense, uneasy silence as she turned toward me. Her robe slipped from her shoulders with deliberate, almost performative slowness, the silk brushing against her skin before pooling at her feet. Her body hadn't changed, still firm, still toned. Every curve, every line was exactly as I remembered from all the years we'd shared. Her eyes locked onto mine, precise and cold. 24 years, she said, her voice flat, almost icy. I've been faithful all this time, but not tonight. He's coming. I don't care what you think. I'm going to be with him. Her words didn't burn. They froze something deep inside me. I didn't shout, didn't plead. I moved deliberately to the safe, spun the dial, and lifted my magnum. Its weight steadied me more than anger ever could. I inhaled slowly and spoke quietly. If he crosses this threshold, there will be no turning back. Memories passed through my mind, years of small sacrifices, the life we built together, quiet nights that felt like proof of something real. And now, all of it dismissed in a single sentence. I'd suspected betrayal for some time. Guarded messages, unexplained trips, that distant look whenever I reached for her hand. She thought she'd hidden it well. But betrayal leaves traces, tiny, smoky hints in the air that grow impossible to ignore. Where others might have responded with heat, I chose cold. My revenge would be deliberate, patient, calculated. I mirrored her emails, backed up her texts, tracked finances, and stayed silent. I collected names and faces. She assumed I was blind, smugly resting beside me in triumph, while I quietly built my arsenal. Records, receipts, bank statements, photographs, proof that emotion could not erase. I prepared myself first, shifting assets, restructuring accounts, tightening legal measures. I severed the ties she'd taken for granted, so when the moment came, she would find the ground beneath her already altered. Her confidence was a house built on blind trust, and I quietly removed the key bricks. When he arrived, slick hair, cheap cologne, that kind of swagger that always masked insecurity, I greeted him with calm. He did not expect. The gun remained in view, enough to keep the room silent, but the real weapon slid across the table, a dossier. Photos of him with her. Records tying him to shady deals he'd hoped to keep secret. His smirk vanished as he flipped through the pages. He begged, he tried to bargain, and then he looked to her with pleading eyes. For the first time, she saw fear in me where there had once been only complacency. You thought you could take my life, I said, measured, cold. Tonight you both lose it. One call to my attorney, one to the investigator I had retained months earlier, and everything unfolded exactly as planned. By hours, the law was closing in on him. His bravado crumbled into frantic explanations. By dawn, he was in custody. By afternoon, the divorce papers were served, precise, comprehensive, leaving nothing for dispute. Her world, once cushioned by my loyalty and labor, narrowed into a series of irretrievable losses. Friends who admired her drifted away. Men who had pursued her vanished the moment they learned the truth. She screamed, called me monstrous, but I only shook my head. I had been her husband for 24 years. She ended the marriage the instant she chose someone else. I didn't destroy her with violence. I dismantled the structures that kept her comfortable, letting truth, cold, undeniable, legal, do the work. Now I live in the quiet aftermath. I feel no petty triumph, no hollowness. There is clarity that follows an ending. The knowledge that my story has been rewritten and that my pages are blank once more. She carries with her the weight of her choices and losses, heavier than any wound, longer lasting than a single heated night. I could have burned it all down in a rage, but I chose another path. Patience, preparation, and the slow, deliberate administration of consequence. In the end, I lost only what she had already given away.